right, we are ready to go.
All right. I'd like to call the West Washington School Board meeting of July 2026 to order. Mr. Secretary, have you had a chance to review the balance of the bank and reconciliation fund report?
I have, Mr. President, and I'd make a motion for their approval.
Have motions or a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. Mr. Secretary, have you had a chance to review the claims and transfers?
I have, and I would make a motion for their approval as well.
Have motions, is there a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. You've all got a copy of the June 10th, 2026 minutes in front of you. Do you have a motion to approve those?
I move for their approval.
Have motions, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. Mr. Nance, how's the academic report?
I thought in the academic report it'd be nice to give an update on where we are with a bunch of our projects, since they all do impact the academics of the school. So last week, you guys probably saw, we exchanged out the HVAC utilizing that helicopter. I want to assure you that number one, the company bid it with that included in their costs, and it was more affordable because the helicopter was able to do in 4 hours what a crane and a picker would have been in 4 days. So that's what makes it more affordable in bulk, making those swap outs. We are on schedule. Well, the HVAC is all ready to go. They're turning it on per room this week. The roof is slightly behind schedule, but it's staying ahead of the solar, and it's all projected to be done by the end of August. Luckily, those things are not heavy machine, so we may have the largest amount of disruption would be footsteps on the roof, which we have today sometimes when our road maintenance staff have to go up there. So it's not going to interfere at all with the instruction and the learning of the kids. And then we are going to have the north part of the football parking lot paved next week or the week following prior to school starting. So it's ready for hosting football events and some of our big events like open house. But the paving in the back is where we're staging and been staging all of our construction stuff. That'll happen on fall break when the schools close down again. And we did receive all of our furniture that was purchased. We held on to a lot of it, well, pretty much all of it, in the gym with the stage. And I was really holding on to it, not wanting to relinquish it until I knew all of our furniture was on site, because I just had this fear of starting school with kids sitting crisscross applesauce in, algebra 2 class. But it's very nice. It looks very nice. Some teachers have been in. They're very excited about the new furniture. It's all going to be ready to go. Like I said, the roofing material is good. We met all the qualifications to get our tax credit on the solar. So that check will come around in early 2027. And we should be able to go online here in the early fall. So it's going to start producing energy and having an impact on our utility bill
This fall.
this fall. And you probably noticed that we've started to break ground on the wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah.
So they're going to get all the lines run, anything that is going to impact our day-to-day operations done before the school year starts. And then they'll be working on the spot out on the furthest west side of campus. Once that's all done, we'll be in a little bit of a waiting stage because our plant is being constructed off site and will be delivered. So we're basically waiting on that package plant because it's uniquely to our drawings. And so it has to be in by January, but the goal is for it to be in earlier than that. It is being installed in a way that it shouldn't disrupt school, because we're going to be able to divert flow from one to the other, make sure it's running well, and then shut the other one down. And we won't demo anything out until that thing is running the way it's supposed to. Biggest thing to report is it's not going to interrupt the start of our school year. So I will say it's been a lot of work for a lot of people. It has been a much more time intensive summer for some of us, but it is what it is. And we're just happy that we were able to stay on schedule and be ready for the kids day one. So it's going well.
Very good.
And all under budget. I do know that I'll address this in the open. There's nothing secret about it, but we had an incident with our roofing because the material they're placing between our existing roof and the old roof is being connected straight to the hard deck. That's like if you take our ceiling tiles up, you see a metal decking, and they secure it directly to there. Well, in the old part of the building, before codes changed, some of the electricity and conduit was hung right up against that. So in one location in the black gym, they put a couple screws through the conduit. Took out one phase of the 3-phase electricity, burned up some compressors and 3 existing HVAC units that we're not replacing, but that is at the cost of the contractor. They've already fixed the wiring that was hit. They've already ordered the compressors to replace, and they should be here by the start of school too and installed before the start of school. So those aren't things that are going to cost us any additional monies, but it was a little bit of a hiccup that set us back slightly. And then weather, of course, when you're dealing with roofing, you kind of fight that. But they've done a good job of keeping things tidy. I know the last time we put the roof on 26 years ago or so, we had a situation where we had major water damage as a result of the storm while they were in the process of doing that roof. We've had very minimal, if any, leaks while they're doing this install. So that's been really good.
Very good. All right. Do you have any patrons this evening?
No, sir.
You should all have a copy of the personnel report with today's date.
Just a reminder, we did make a few amendments on there. So those are noted on my copy and will be noted in the final copy that'll be published with the board meeting minutes.
Needed to approve those personnel report as amended.
So moved.
Have motions or a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. You've all got copies of the spring coaching evaluations. Need a motion to approve those. Have motions or a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. What do we have under old business, Mr. Nance?
We have nothing this month.
Do we have some new business?
Do.
All right.
First item is budget calendar. We do this every year as we work to the 2027 budget. We met with our budget consult, and we've got that all prepared, and we're moving forward. And every year we're getting more and more knowledgeable. So we feel confident that we're going to be able to get the things we need within our budget, but we need you to approve the calendar so we can post it.
All right. Need a motion to approve the budget calendar.
So moved.
Have motions there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Next thing, milk and bread were bid as required by state legislation. We bid those through the Wilson Education Center, and you guys have copies of those. They're good bids. We just don't get a lot of people to compete bidding for our supplies out here, but they are good prices. So good.
Need a motion to approve the milk and bread bid.
So moved.
Have motions there a second? I think Tim was a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Next item is to approve the lunch prices. Happy to recommend, it took all the way up till the day for us to get the state because they normally consult us on the prices. But with the tool they used, they recommended no change. And so we're not going to increase the prices for adult or children. As a refresher, breakfast cost $1.90 for elementary, junior, and senior high school students. It's all the same price. $2.60 for adult. Milk is 50 cents. For lunch for elementary is $2.90. High school $3.15, and an adult lunch is $4.70. So it's the same prices as last year.
All right.
I move to approve the lunch prices with no changes as reported.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. Lunch stays the same.
Next item are faculty and student handbooks. everything's pretty status quo in there. We do review those every year and have some committees that look at them. The biggest one, and the one you're going to hear the most about, is the cell phone policy. And those changes came directly from the state to us with very little wiggle room. Ultimately, I do think it's for the positive. It should keep kids more focused on what we're doing, what our purpose is here at school. So they are to be kept away, and they will be taken and returned to parents, but the parent would have to come get them. Just to reassure everyone, every teacher has a phone in their room. Every teacher has an emergency button in their room. Every student can request access to utilize the phone within the high school office. I do not think this is going to impact elementary hardly at all, because these are the things that were pretty much in place with elementary kids anyway. But the breaking of the habit for everyone in 2026 is going to be very hard. But this is something that all schools are doing. And in our case, we've said that they need to be left in the off setting in the locker during the school day. And that meets the state legislation, which is powered off and stored somewhere. So,
Very good. Need a motion to approve the faculty and student handbooks for the 26-27 or 26-27 school year.
So moved.
Have motions or second? Motion second, any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. Our ECA.
ECA internal controls, remember we reported on the audit that we had early in 2026. And part of the corrective actions were to put some things in place for this school year. Just to reassure again, this isn't an accounting issue. Internal controls are more about having multiple people take a look at everything so you don't have any accounting issues. And our audit from the financial standpoint was an A+, no issues there, but we had some findings about, when money is turned in, how it's collected, how it's recorded, who's checking off on it. What you have for the internal controls for ECA all address those things, from collection of money when teachers have to collect money for like field trips, or how we handle concessions, how we handle donations, fundraising. We got a fundraising form now, which also can address some of the things we talked about, which is we don't always know about a fundraiser and someone's out there having a fundraiser. So the collection of that money and how it's approved is all going to get streamlined.
Very good. Need a motion to approve the ECA internal controls.
So moved.
Have motions or second?
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Next is we need a new wastewater treatment plant operator. A guy who's been with us for years and years and years has been trying to retire for, I don't know, since the day I started. And I just kept begging him to stay. And he's got to the point where for the last 3 or 4 years, he's only dealt with our wastewater treatment plant. Josh Winslow, who I'm recommending, the contract I had put together by Lynn Tucker at Tucker & Tucker. So I'm asking or recommending that you approve that contract for the wastewater treatment plant operator, which we just have to have.
Very good. Need a motion to approve the wastewater treatment plant operator.
Was there a term on that?
The term is single year with a 90-day cancellation.
What's the price?
It's $3,800 per month. High,
For 12 months?
yes. That is collecting weekly. A big percentage of the contract is the cost of the testing, which I've seen what he's being charged for the testing.
Oh, he's gonna pay for the testing.
He's paying for the testing.
Okay,
That's all inclusive of all things.
okay.
He also assists with maintenance of the facility as needed, making recommendations of equipment that needs to be purchased in the event that the equipment goes bad. It's more than just coming, taking a sample and running a test. So there's a lot that goes into it. And operators are pretty difficult to come by.
Yeah.
We looked into, and it's still not out of the question, that we might not look to train an employee to do it in the future. That would certainly include paying that employee and boosting their pay if they were to get certified and we purchase the equipment to do the
Oh,
testing.
yeah. So you have to move
So,
that day.
But for the time being, the need we have, this was the best option.
Very good.
Well done. Need a motion to approve now.
I do.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. Memorandum of understanding.
That's with the Washington County Board of Commissioners, and I had that put together at their request. They are allowing us to place 7 students in work-based learning with county, within county organizations like the Highway Department or Health Department. And so it's just a memorandum of understanding that they would provide 7 spots. We would provide the students and their liability insurance, which covered under our policy. So,
Very good. All right, need a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding. Have a motion, is there a second? Motion is second, any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. Mr. Secretary, is there any field trip requests?
We have none.
None. Mr. Nance, is there anything under other?
unfortunately, I do have to apologize. There are a couple things under other, but we're always trying to fit things in as we get to the finish line of summer, and some of these things showed up after the agenda was put together. First is our property casualty insurance renewal. You guys have a copy of what I've asked for, which is a summary sheet. And I've told our agent that we don't need him to come and go through the entire policy every single year. So the policy has not changed. But he did note in this document with the green and blue shows you our overall increase. We have an increase of 5.43%, but that's actually, the rate increase is only 2.6%. The bulk of the increase comes from exposure, which is higher assessed property. And then this is an increase industry-wide for professional liability insurance, and that covers every one of our employees in the event that some type of suit were brought against one of our employees related to school. So he did give me a summary. He said that for comparison, most school renewals are increasing 10 to 15%. And our property rate is 10 cents per $100. And a lot of places you're seeing as big as 15 cents. And then the auto portion, he said he hasn't seen a number that low per vehicle, $453. And he reiterated that strong policies and procedures so that we have in place, along with thoughtful decisions made when issues arise, play an important role in helping keep our insurance costs competitive. What he's talking about there is, if we have a little bit of damage to a bus, you got to make the decision, are we going to file a claim? If the deductible is this amount, it could affect this, when we could repair it ourselves rather than turn it into insurance. Those are decisions we've made over the course of time that have saved us money.
Very good. All right, we need a motion to approve that.
I'm very happy with him as our agent and Astra as our provider.
Okay,
Yeah, I move for approval of the renewal as presented by our agent Brent Pfister in the rate sheet attached.
all right, have motions, or a second?
Second.
Motion is second, any discussion? All those in favor? Yeah.
Within there, you also see a legal representation contract. This is the first time since I've been superintendent that they've made any adjustment to the rates. It is and she did say all the people they represent, other schools got the same rate increase in January when they're due renew theirs. But it went from $200 to $250 consultation cost. Everything else is the same within the contract. As far as industry-wide goes, that's still a low rate.
Need a motion to approve the new legal representation contract. Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous.
And the last other is a resolution, which is a part of the ECA extracurricular protocols we had to put in place, but a resolution for gift cards. And this is used through the high school office as awards for teachers and students. They're in the amounts of like $5 and $10, but she's requesting a resolution in the amount of purchasing $400 worth of gift cards that are given out when we do the Senator's Star students, or give out a special award to a teacher. Sometimes they get a small Taco Bell gift card or something like that.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous.
And I'm happy to report that's the last update.
Is there any other business to be presented to the board? If nothing else, we're adjourned. Taco Bell gift.